I'm a resident outsider. It's been like that ever since I was young. I've always felt like I've been on the outside looking in, not fitting in with my peers, to severe bullying, to actively being excluded in my teens and even in my early adulthood. And then there's the normal day-to-day rejection we experience, from housing, jobs, and in my non-existent romantic life. Studies have been carried out on how rejection affects the human body and mind. And unsurprisingly, it's been found that the psychological pain of rejection is actually akin, similar to the pain of breaking an arm. Your brain can actually tell the difference between you being heartbroken or experiencing the psychological pain of rejection and between you breaking a part of your body. And it makes sense. Sometimes when your heart is broken, oh my God, it feels like you're about to die. The fact is, rejection sucks, rejection hurts. It affects us cognitively, emotionally, and it can affect us physically too. But then, it's not always gloomy. Taking stock of my life, I realized that rejection has taught me some valuable lessons. The most important thing I've learned from rejection is that it's rarely ever about me. Oh my God. I wish I learned this when I was so much younger. Because there was a point in my life where I used to wonder, what is so wrong about me? What is so deeply off about me that people always just want to hurt me? That's how I used to think. I would walk around with this shame, with this sadness. I thought I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought I was the problem. And then I realized, sometime in my teens, that it's not about me. People have their ideas of how humans should be. And when you don't fit into that box, or you don't fit into that idea, then they other you. It's not about you. It's about prejudice. It's about our fears as people. It's about trauma, insecurities, desires that people place on you, project on you. And sometimes you might even be a trigger for someone. I might not be able to tell what is wrong in the situation, but it ain't me. Also, when you think about it and apply it to yourself, there are times in your life, I know there are times in my life that I've said no to someone or to a situation, and honestly, it has nothing to do with them. I know it's about me. It's about how I'm feeling. It's about where I am in my life at that point. So if you do it to other people because it's you, then people do it to you because it's them. So before you begin to internalize it, before you begin to take on the shame, before you begin to take on the pain, pause and ask, in this situation, is it about me? And I promise you, most times, it's not. Another lesson that I've learned that has helped me through a lot of episodes is that it's not always rejection. Sometimes it feels like rejection. It feels like people are saying no to your being. But that's not what is happening. You might just be incompatible. Sometimes you're not compatible with someone. You're not compatible with that company. Sometimes it's that someone doesn't know how to relate to you, or even you don't know how to relate to another person. Sometimes you try to find common ground, but it's just not quite working. And my father used to say this to me when I was younger. He said, if everyone likes you, there's a problem. If everybody hates you, there's a problem. You need to find the balance. And that for me is perfect. So there's people you just don't vibe with, and there's people you vibe with. You don't have to feel excluded. It's just what it is. Always think about these things before you go, oh my God, I'm being rejected. Look me in the eye as I say this to you. You matter anyway. I matter anyway. It doesn't matter if people acknowledge you. It doesn't matter if people include you. It doesn't matter if you get the job. It doesn't matter if you get the house. It doesn't matter if he likes you back, if she likes you back. It really doesn't matter if they like you back. Your worth isn't hinged or determined by someone else noticing it. The sun doesn't stop shining just because you put your window blinds down. The sun will rise anyway, whether your blinds or your curtains are closed. Whether you open your window at night to see the moon is there. You don't have to check for the moon. The moon doesn't wait for you to check for it before it's like, okay, now that Pearl has opened her window, I will now come out. Your worth doesn't diminish or change or morph because people don't see it. Now this one, it's me. Hey, I'm the problem, it's me. Sometimes it's you. It's very egoistic to assume that you're never the problem, that it's always everyone else. It can't be me. I'm not always on my best behavior. And when I'm not on my best behavior, it's totally okay and totally normal for someone to reject that behavior. They are rejecting the behavior and the me that I'm showing them in that moment. And that is okay. Sometimes when you're rejected, it's an opportunity for you to receive feedback. And that's why you need to get the first three that I mentioned anyway. Because what that does for you is that you're able to check for feedback in a healthy manner. Not I am wrong, but how do I improve? Maybe I'm not ready for a relationship. Maybe I'm not ready for commitment. I think I'm ready, but my actions are saying otherwise. Maybe there's a part of my behavior that needs to be checked. Maybe I'm in the wrong circle. Maybe these are not my people. Because I also took rejection as an opportunity to be redirected to my own tribe. I took time to find the people that like me how I am. People that accept parts of me that are not pretty too. Take this opportunity for you to approach in a new way, for you to change certain things about yourself. It's a wake-up call and it's okay. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. If you are, it must be tough. Good luck. Rejection helps you build strength of character. While I do not glorify trauma, while I do not glorify pain, there's a saying in my language, which is suffering and pain is not something you use to boast. And I agree. There's nothing romantic about pain. I also realized that because of some of my experiences, I have grown a deep sense of being rooted, being connected to the source. I was forced really early in my life to learn to take care of me. I learned to just be self-sufficient. I learned how to reflect. I learned my needs, my weaknesses, my strengths. I learned how to look within for answers, not to build a home outside of myself. I know that rejection never defines you. It's what you do with it that will define things about you. I've learned that I am not a victim. Nothing can keep me down. No one is out to get me. In fact, I do not care if you're out to get me because that's your problem, not mine. Instead, life is happening for me and through me. It's not happening to me. I'm not that special that everything is happening to Pearl. It's all about getting Pearl down. No, I know that I'm not a victim. I know that I'm capable of falling 1,000,000 times, getting the up and keeping it moving. I'm able to stand in my own opinions. I'm able to stand in my own beliefs. I have the self-confidence to push forward even when it hurts. I've seen myself do some really difficult things and I'm like, girl, listen. Oh my God. That's how I react to myself sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I found my tribe. I've used rejection as redirection to find the people that love me, accept me, see me. And I want to say that this is not in any way me minimizing how it hurts because that hurts. It really can feel like death. What I'm saying is that you get to choose how you interact with it, what you do with it, what you build from it. And I know you can do something gorgeous with whatever life throws at you. I know, I see it. And if you're watching this video, it's because you can, because you will do something beautiful with it. All right? It's been an absolute pleasure. My name is Pearl. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.